Nuclear chemistry is the study of nucleus of an atom. In order to understand the structure of nucleus of an atom, it is necessary to know what is the structure of an atom. An atom consists of centrally located nucleus, surrounding which there are electrons in different orbitals. The nucleus contains protons, which are positively charged, neutrons, which are electrically neutral. Size of the nucleus is of the order of 10 raised to minus 13 centimeters. If we express it in terms of meters, it is of the order of 10 raised to minus 15 meters. In such a small area, positively charged protons and electrically neutral neutrons, they are clubbed together. The forces which bind the nucleons together, they are known as the nuclear forces. And these are the forces that act between two or more nucleons. That is, there can be neutron to neutron forces, neutron to proton forces, or proton to proton forces. Now these forces, which are known as the nuclear forces, they are about 10 million times stronger than the chemical forces of attraction that binds the atoms together in molecules. Now, in order to understand the stability of nucleus, let us understand or let us look at the different elements of the periodic table. There are 118 elements in the periodic table, of which hydrogen is the very first element. Now, hydrogen differs from all the other elements of the periodic table in a way that it does not contain any neutron. It contains only one proton and one electron. Hydrogen has three isotopes, that is naturally occurring hydrogen 1H1, deuterium which is containing one proton and one neutron, and tritium which contains one proton and two neutrons. After hydrogen there is helium which contains two protons and two neutrons. If we look at the stability of the nucleus, up to calcium, all the elements, they are having same number of protons and neutrons, that is N is equal to Z, that is 6 carbon 12, 7N 14, 8O 16, 20A 40, etc. From calcium to lead, as we look at the elements of the periodic table, it is seen that the number of neutrons, it goes on increasing. If you look at the lead, which is 82 lead 206, the number of neutrons is very large, and lead, which is the most stable element, which is non-radioactive in nature. Rather, we can say that lead is the last stable element of the periodic table, which is having 4 isotopes with the mass numbers 204, 206, 207 and 208. After lead comes bismuth with atomic number 93, which is having very mild radioactivity, but from bismuth to uranium, all the elements, they are known as the naturally occurring radioactive elements. After uranium, all the elements are the man-made elements, or they are the artificial elements, which are known as the transuranic elements. So what is natural radioactivity? Natural radioactivity is the phenomena of spontaneous and continuous uncontrollable disintegration of an unstable nucleus accompanied by the emission of active radiations such as alpha particles, beta particles and gamma radiations. This process of emission of radioactivity is known as emission of radiations is known as radioactivity, and the element is called as the radioactive element. Alpha particles are given out during the radioactivity, which are the fast moving helium atoms. Beta particles, which are given out, which are the fast moving electrons, or gamma radiations can be given out, which are the photons possessing very high amount of energy. Now we will understand the process of radioactivity with the help of uranium. Uranium has two isotopes, uranium-235 and uranium-238, out of which uranium-238, which is known as the fertile material, it is present to the extent of 99%, whereas uranium-235, which is present only to the extent of 0.7%, is naturally radioactive, and it is known as the fissile element. Why it is known as the fissile element? Because it can undergo nuclear fission with the neutrons of all energies. So what is the nuclear fission reaction? Nuclear fission is the breaking of the nuclei of the heavy element into the nuclei of the lighter element having approximately the same size, with the emission of enormous amount of energy and the neutrons again. So here you can see that nucleus of uranium-235, when it is bombarded with the neutron, it first goes into the unstable state, forming uranium-236, and this uranium-236 being highly unstable, it breaks him into krypton and beryllium. So this is how we can see the reaction which is taking place, and during this reaction there are 3 neutrons which are given out. These 3 neutrons, they will further bring about the nuclear fission of 3 more uranium nuclei, which leads to chain reaction. Thank you.